In this video, continuation of carbohydrate staining, second staining PAS reaction with diastase digestion. Here glycogen in tissue section. Here glycogen we can find out in that tissue section. Here diastase and alpha amylase depolymerase glycogen to smaller sugars. What is the principles? The diastase and alpha amylase, it will do depolymerase glycogen to smaller sugars. Here fixative we are using 10% neutral buffer formalin or absolute alcohol or formalin alcohol. 2 paraffin section. Here 4 to 5 micrometer we want to cut. Then here within this procedure we will cut 4 to 5 micron. Then the tissue here quality control 2 liver or 2 cervix sections. Then here reagent. Here two section need to be labeled with and other one section need to be labeled without. One is labeled, another one is without labeled. With sections are diastase reagent, without section are for not taken diastase reagent. For QC 2 liver section or 2 cervix section can be used. The reagent can be used PAS reaction with diastase digestion. Reagent 0.5% periodic acid, 1 normality HCl, then SIF reagent. Then malt diastase solution, it containing 0.1 gram diastase of malt and 100 ml of phosphate buffer, here pH 6. Then phosphate buffer pH 6, how this one have 88 gram of sodium chloride, 1.97 gram of sodium phosphate and 100 ml of distilled water. So reagent 0.5% periodic acid, 1 normality HCl, then SIF reagent, then malt diastase solution and phosphate buffer pH 6. PAS reaction with diastase digestion procedure, slide must be deparaffinized and hydrated to distilled water with section is preheated diastase solution at 37 degree 1 hour. So here preheated diastase solution heated 37 degree 1 hour without section in distilled water was 5 minutes. So 2 section we using with take diastase solution, without not take a diastase solution. Both section was 5 minutes. Then placed 0.5% of periodic acid solution for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes section washed in 3 changes of distilled water. Then this section are placed in SIF reagent for 15 minutes. Then 1 minute each of 2 jars 0.55% of potassium metasulfite. These steps remove any excess stain from the section. Then counter stain Harris hematoxylin with acetic acid 30 seconds. Place under running water 2 blue hematoxylin. Then dehydrate 2 changes of 95% and absolute alcohol, clear xylene, then mounted with synthetic resin. Malt diastase has alpha and beta amylase, frequently used for the digestion step of this reaction. This tends to loosen the tissue section and does not always completely digest the glycogen present in tissue. First, both are fatty liver section. First slide not digest, second one is digest with malt diastase. This first diagram left this fatty liver section that is stained using fast reaction with hematotoxin. Then pass reaction not digested. Second diagram, in that same tissue that is stained with the pass reaction with hematotaxin, then has been digested with the diastase. This one second diagram digested. This first diagram not digested. So human saliva only containing alpha amylase enzyme. This can be used to digest the glycogen when put on for 20 minutes room temperature. Then next one is Mayer music carmine. Third one is Mayer music carmine. This is used for the staining of epithelial mucin within the tissue. The principles for this stain: aluminium form gelatinine complex with carmine. So aluminium form gelatin complex with carmine attached to acid group of mucin. Then fixative here need to fixative 10% neutral buffered formalin, and section need to be cut paraffin section 4 to 5 micrometer thickness. Then QC tissue from colon, small intestine and appendix. Here what is the reagent we are using? Muci-carmine working solution. It containing 10 ml of stock solution, then 40 ml of distilled water, then Vigrate iron hematoxylene. So it containing two type of solution, solution A and solution B. Solution A containing 10 gram hematoxylene plus 1000 ml of 95% alcohol. Solution B containing 475 ml of distilled water, 5 ml of HCl, 20 ml, 29% of ferric chloride. So here A and B solution mixed to create that Vigrate iron hematoxylene. So here is the solution A and B we will take equal amount. Then it containing metanyl yellow solution 0.25%. So in this one containing 0.25 gram of metanyl yellow, 100 ml of distilled water and 0.25 ml of glacial acetic acid. Procedure for Mayer music carmine that deparaffinized tissue section hydrated to distilled water. Then the tissue need to be stained and working bright hematoxylene for 7 minutes. Then wash with running water for 10 minutes. After that add UC carmine for 1 hour. Then rinse, remove excess water. Then add metanyl yellow for 30 seconds to 1 minutes. After that dehydrate. 3 changes with 95% of alcohol. 3 changes absolute alcohol. Then clear with xylene, mount with synthetic resin. This one mucin and capsules of cryptococcus we can observe tip rose to red. Nuclei presented in black, other tissue element blue or yellow color. The second is diagram. Both are small intestine only. Small intestine section that has been overstained. Here overstained in this Mayer music carmine staining. Cannot see here. This one left. This one is a small intestine section that is stained with the Mayer music carmine staining. So this red goblet cell. So in this one red goblet cell have easily identified because there are mucin. So this red color one is mucin. Then black color nuclei we can find out. Next staining Alcian blue pH 2.5. So here acid mucopolysaccharide. What is the principle here? This here using staining acid mucopolysaccharide. Here it combined with 3% of acetic acid solution. Staining carboxylated and sulfated acid mucopolysaccharide and cyanomucin. Xylomucin. So here that principal combination with 3% of acetic acid solution, stain containing carboxylated and sulfated acid, mucopolysaccharide and xylomucin. Then fixative 10% neutral buffer formalin Bowline solution. We are using fixative. So the tissue cut the 4 to 5 micrometer. This here that QZ, quality control, small intestine, appendix and colon part. That reagent here we are using 3% acetic acid solution, that one containing 15 ml of glacial acetic acid, 485 ml of distilled water. Then 1% of Alcian blue solution, this one containing 5 gram of Alcian blue, 8 GX plus 500 ml of 3% of acetic acid. Here pH 2.5. Then add for adjustment, add few thymol crystal. Then nuclear fast red solution, 0.5 gram of nuclear fast red and 25 gram of aluminium sulfate and 500 ml of distilled water. What is the procedure here? Deparaffinized and hydrated distilled water slide after put into a 3% of acetic acid solution for 3 minutes. After that add Alcian blue solution for 30 minutes. Then will keep 15 minutes in 37 degrees Celsius water bath. Then rinse 3% of acetic acid. Then we want to add that counter stain with the nuclear fast red 5 minutes. Then wash in running tap water. Then dehydrate 2 changes of 95% of alcohol. Then clear in xylene resin. Alcian blue pH 2.5 result, weakly acidic sulfated muco substances, hyaluronic acid and xylomucin will give dark blue color, dark background, pink to red. Then Alcian blue pH 1.0. Here used stain sulfated mucous substances. Here what is the principle? 0.1 normality HCl. pH 1. Stained only sulfated mucopolysaccharide and xylomucin. Here fixative we are using 10% of neutral buffered formalin bovine solution. Then here the tissue cut 4 to 5 micrometer, QZ, small intestine, appendix and colon. Then here procedure for Alcian blue pH 1.0, deparaffinized hydrated slide hydrated to distilled water, rinse 0.1 normality HCl, then stained in 1% of Alcian blue in 0.1 normality HCl, 15 minutes in 37 degrees Celsius water bath. Then rinse 0.1 normality HCl, blot with filter paper. Then counter stain nuclear fast red solution, washed with distilled water. Then dehydrate 2 changes 95% and absolute alcohol, clear xylene. Then mount synthetic resin. Result sulfated muco substances pale blue, background pink to red. Then Alcian blue with hyaluronidase. So here used to this one used to differentiate epithelial and connective tissue mucin. So here epithelial mucin are not affected by digestion. Fixative 10% neutral buffered formalin using. So here quality control 2 umbilical cord, small bowel, appendix, colon can be used. Then here one code, two code we are using. One code should be labeled with digestion, another one is without digestion. So reagent here 0.1 molarity potassium phosphate, it containing 13.61 gram potassium phosphate and 1000 ml of distilled water. Then 0.1 molarity sodium phosphate, it containing 14.2 gram sodium phosphate plus 1000 ml distilled water. Then buffer solution pH 6, 94 ml of potassium phosphate, 6 ml of sodium phosphate. Then hyaluronidase digestion solution, it containing 25 mg testicular hyaluronidase plus 500 ml of buffer solution. Alcian blue staining solution, it containing 1 gram Alcian blue, 8 gx 100 ml of 3% of acetic acid, pH 2.5. Add thymol crystal for adjusting the pH. Then nuclear fast red solution. Then procedure for Alcian blue hyaluronidase, preheat coupling jar of buffer and digestion should at solution at 37 degrees Celsius for 1 hour. Then deparaffinized and hydrate to distilled water. Then section with digestion preheated digestion solution. Without digestion is preheated buffer 37 degrees for 2 hours. After that, separate way, wash with running water, then add 3% of acetic acid solution for 3 minutes, then Alcian blue for 30 minutes, then running water 10 minutes. Then by using distilled water rinse, then counter stain nuclear fast red, add for 5 minutes, then wash with the water 1 minute, then dehydrate 2 changes 95% alcohol, then clear with xylene. Next staining Alcian blue PAS hematoxylene. So this one to differentiate neutral versus acidic muco substances. Principal acidic stain with Alcian blue, neutral stain with PAS. Fixative 10% neutral buffer formalin. Zenker solution. Paraffin solution 4 to 5 microliter. Kidney micrometer. Then kidney 2 to 3 micrometer. Quality control kidney or mucin. So here fixative 10% neutral buffer formalin. Then paraffin solution, cut the tissue cut 4 to 5 micrometer. In the case of kidney means 2 to 3 micrometer. Reagent for this one Alcian blue hematoxylene. Next reagent for Alcian blue PAS hematoxylene reagent, 3% acetic acid solution, it containing 3 ml glacial acetic acid and 100 ml distilled water. Then Alcian blue pH 2.5, then 0.5% of periatic acid, it containing 2.5 gram periatic acid plus 500 ml of distilled water. Then stock reducing rice and 10 gram solution sodium metabisulfate plus 100 ml of distilled water. Then working reducing rinse, it containing 2.5 ml of stock reducing plus 50 ml of distilled water. Then strip reagent. Procedure tissue deparaffinized, bring to water, then 3% of acetic acid, add, wait for 1 minute, then Alcian blue for 30 minutes, then wash running tap water, then distilled water, then 0.5% of periatic acid 10 minutes, then running tap water for 5 minutes, then distilled water rinse, then strip reagent 10 minutes, then add reducing rinse 10 minutes, then Harris hematoxylene with acetic acid 1 minute, that one is the optional, then running with the water 10 minutes, then dehydrate 2 changes 95% absolute alcohol, then xylene for clear, then mount. Next method Muller-Maury colloidal iron. Usually it shows carboxylated and sulfated mucopolysaccharide and glycoproteins. Principal carboxylated and sulfated muco substances observed the colloidal ferric iron at pH low pH. Then Russian blue shows iron bound in the tissue. Here fixative we are using 10% neutral buffered formalin. Then no chromate fixative, no chromatic fixative. Then here QC, small bowel, appendix and colon. Here the reagent containing Muller-Maury colloidal iron, 29% of ferric chloride, then Muller colloidal iron shock solution, then working colloidal iron solution, it containing 10 ml of stock colloidal iron, 18 ml of distilled water, 12 ml of glacial acetic acid, then 2% of potassium ferrocyanate solution, then 2% of HCl, then ferrocyanate hydrochloric acid, then 12% of acetic acid solution, then nuclear phosphate solution. Then procedure for Muller-Maury colloidal method, it having two method, conventional and microwave. In this conventional procedure, deparaffinized slide hydrated to distilled water, then add 12% of acetic acid solution, then colloidal iron solution, then rinse 3 changes, 12% of acetic acid solution, then immerse in ferrocyanate HCl solution, then running water for 5 minutes, then counter stain nuclear fast red, dehydrate, clear and mount. In the case of microwave procedure, that slide deparaffinized hydrated to distilled water, 12% of acetic acid solution, then colloidal iron solution in a glass coupling jar, microwave 60 volt for 3 minutes, tip up and down 10 minutes. Then rinse 4 changes with 12% of acetic acid solution for 1 minute. Then immerse in ferrocyanate HCl solution, microwave 60 volt for 2 minutes, tip up and down for 2 minutes. Then running tap water 1 minute, 2 changes with the distilled water, counter strain nuclear faster at 3 minutes, running water, then dehydrate, clear and mount. Last result for Muller-Maury colloidal iron method, acetic mucopolysaccharide and silomucin, it producing T blue, nuclei producing pink red, cytoplasm pink color, more intense color than Alcian blue, not considered specific for acetic mucopolysaccharide. Excellent for cryptococcus. This stain is excellent for cryptococcus. So this is all about different type of staining used for carbohydrate. Thanks for watching.